Let's see. Hola, estudiantes. Hola, hola, hola. You would think I actually was ready for this video like 4 minutes ago, but I still again my audífonos. This is going to be one of the shorter videos because I'm not trying to teach you anything. Truthfully, I just want to make sure that you understand what you need to do for your fashion show. Okay. I see that some of y'all are still trying to get in, and I don't want anyone to walk in the middle, but at the same time, it's after hours, and a lot of you have things to do. So I hate missing class because I know many of my students have lots of questions, and you would much rather the teacher be there to answer the questions. But I went to an awesome conference. It was Women of Color Leadership Conference, and dang, it rocked my world. It was so much fun. I just love students. That's why I'm a teacher. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with turn-in. You should have access to the chat. There shouldn't be any weirdos in this one. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, as I answer questions, or as I start to talk about different parts of it, if a question comes up, please type it into the chat. Since there's only a couple of you, I think a lot of people are going to tune in and watch this after the fact. Please ask as many questions as possible, because once there's just like a pause, I'm just going to play music, give it a minute, and then I'm going to end. So let's talk about the turn-in. What you should have turned in today. So I discovered some things. I can't tell what the student view looks like when I make something on Schoology. And so I think the original Schoology assignment might be called Desfile de Moda Día 3. That original assignment, because I created Google Slides with the things that you needed to send back to me, it didn't allow you to attach any other documents. And in fact, I think if you worked in the slide, it made one specifically for each person. So whoever was working in the Google Slides, you didn't have to download it and do another one. You just needed to work in that one, and it would have done it all for you. Like, you don't have to attach it. It's automatically attached to me. Whenever I make something that it makes your own personal copy, you do not have to attach it to another assignment. So if you did that, that's fine. That's awesome. If you did not, I made a second make the mistake of putting the Google Slides in the assignment. So you should be able to use that Dropbox. It's the one with extremely long title because it's Desfile de Moda Día 3. And then I said all this other stuff in the title so that you would look at that one. And so you can use that to turn in the slides. I have everything on there that the slides should include. The most important is knowing the artist and music, because I don't know. Okay. I'm going to make a YouTube playlist per hour for each. These are all the songs. If your song does not come up, or you don't have someone pulling it up on your phone, it will not be on me. The second thing that needs to go in there, but this is just a little added fun part, is I wanted you to change the background of the slide so that it's whatever you want it to be. Like, I made it a runway. Some of y'all are like, there's somebody who has a theme that's safari. That'll be very interesting. You can change the background so it looks like safari. So that's the slides. The second thing that I needed was the script. That script is so that, let's say you get up there and you stumble, like you are like that's not Spanish. If you have that script attached, I will go back and look and be like, did they have the content? Oh, it just didn't come out. So that way you're not losing points on like lack of preparation and all this stuff, but you're only losing points on like the production part of your rubric. By the way, in the assignment, the rubric is posted, so there should be no questions on like, how do I get graded? I know y'all don't sound like, well, some of y'all. That means you sound like Profe. Okay, so script in the PowerPoint slide. You should attach it in the second Schoology assignment. I made that deadline 9 o'clock. It should have already been done. I mean, you had an hour and a half. I don't know. Maybe you're on the Snapchat. Maybe you're on Instagram trying to follow the people who I was on the conference with because they were posting pictures of me dancing and stuff. But for whatever reason, one person needs to submit it by 9 o'clock from your group, because I am going to spend time that I should be in bed because I need sleep. Look at these bags. I'm going to put all this stuff together. I'm going to try my best. at least for first hour before my second hour play. And then if you are in a group and someone submits it on behalf of the whole group, you will now have the ability to make sure that you can comment on that same second Dropbox. It should not be like a comment that goes to the whole group, but just click the assignment and then it should give you space to comment. You'll say who all was in your group, who's to look at for who submitted it. And that's only if you don't want to submit it yourself, because you can submit all the same documents and make sure that you get your grade. I don't really care. All right, so that's how to submit what was due today. Now, for tomorrow, 1, the fashion show needs to be memorized. You have one paragraph, you know how to say he is wearing or she is wearing. Él está llevando. Ella está llevando. Make sure that you say he is wearing a shirt. Like if you want to say he's wearing a white shirt, you don't want to say él está llevando camisa blanca or la camisa blanca. You have to say él está llevando una camisa blanca. Make sure you say a white shirt. If you're talking about they are wearing, or he or she is wearing some black shoes, ella está llevando, or you can use usando, unos zapatos negros. Okay, you can throw in their name, se llama, make up a name. Make sure that you say se lleva la ropa or su ropa, his clothing or her clothing, para el invierno o para bailar la salsa. I don't care what you say it's for, being used for. Look at the rubric when it says specifically what I'm looking for, colors being used, the articles of clothing, et cetera, et cetera. If everyone's wearing something that's similar, that's probably not the best idea, because then you all just say the same thing and that's just boring. But there's nothing on the grade book that says that you lose points for being boring. It just needs to be prepared, memorized, and well done. There should not be any note cards. No one should write anything on their hands, because I will be looking for that. And if you get caught, it's just not worth getting the cheating flag that sends an email home to your parents. And then that's just a lot of stuff to deal with. If you've already been caught for cheating, then I have to write a referral. Okay, so clothing. We have first hour, we have third hour, and we have fourth hour. First hour, if you have clothing that you're like, I am not about to wear this into the school, you will only at the beginning. You will get a 15-minute window at the end to change back. And that's kind of the case for also third hour and fourth hour. Is there somebody back? Oh my gosh, that just creeped me out. You have first hour, third hour, fourth hour, you get 15-minute window to change into your clothes and 15-minute window to change out. We will have to be fast, we will have to be strategic. You will find out the order of the groups that it will go in for your fashion show. I'll try and either list it on the board or I'll tell you. We will always have a group that goes and a group that's on deck. Make sure, so remember, the first person walks down. You will know where the runway is. I haven't prepared it yet because I've been away from school. So first person walks down. The second person announces them. Then the second person walks down. The third person announces them. I'm going to set it up so that I can record the fashion show. I hope I can figure out where in my room to put my laptop to record the fashion show. Every class will have a DJ that's going to kind of be the person who cues, like, start the music, stop the music. If you just want to have someone in the class hold your phone and it has a song that you want playing, that's fine. But it has to be at a lower volume, because I need to make sure I can hear the person who's announcing the fashion show. When you are practicing on your own, knowing that this has to be memorized, make sure you practice projecting. So I'd say have a family member stand all the way on the opposite side of the room and you say it and they let you know what's my tone. Like, they don't know anything you're saying unless you got Spanish speakers at home, which is 100% possible. But you can ask, how's my tone? Does it sound engaging? What about my pronunciación? Are you saying él está llevando? Don't do that. Estás en la clase de profe. En esta clase no hablamos como él está llevando. No se pronuncia así. You should, like, your parents, your family members, whether they know Spanish or not, they know what Spanish is supposed to sound like. So in your head, you're speaking really dramatically, but in reality, you sound really good. Like, they're like, my baby knows Spanish. Okay, I know, I'm extra. Okay, so that's the runway. That's how the fashion show is gonna look. What else do you need to know? Oh, so I did ask, like, if you looked at the things that you had to do today, I asked for you to print your script. Some of y'all probably didn't print that script. Do not ask me to print anything, but you will have a 15-minute window. Now you get to change clothes and also print. And you're not here when we start that fashion show. There will be a penalty. You do not want the penalty. Most people, this fashion show, this is instead of a test, guys. This fashion show, this is an opportunity to improve your grade. This fashion show only hurts people when they don't do it because it goes into zero. 100 of the people who did the fashion show memorized their script, saw an improvement in their grade. It's that easy. Now, if you did not contribute to your script, beware. Your grade might be hurt because it was your responsibility to be a productive member. And there's a section of the rubric in which I will find out who the people were that actually worked on their script. Are there any questions? I'm going to play some music. I'm going to sit here for like a minute. I should have had this ready to go, but I'm not a professional vlogger. Are there any questions? Some of y'all don't have the ability to ask questions on the chat, so I'm looking on the side. I'm just looking. Is anyone sending me a reminder? That's all the information I give. So if you're only in for Credito Extra, be done. You don't even know what I'm listening to, and that's fine. I feel like there's somebody who's on the other side of the computer because there's still the same amount of people watching that's Snapchatting me and my goofiness. So don't use me to get your likes or whatever it's called on Snapchat. I know I'm entertaining. You got 30 seconds to ask me a question. I'm closing the live stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.